I mean, he's a little dry also in his personality. So I was like, not for me. I need someone to make me laugh. I need someone that's not serious because I'm never serious. I like to have fun. I'm spontaneous. And this guy was just not it. So it made for a funny segment, to say the least.
Have you had the opportunity yet to see the episode, or you have to wait until it comes out?
I saw the episode, actually. Everyone can see it on YouTube now. It's all up on YouTube on the E! Network's channel. And, I was just like, oh, my God, did they really show that? Because I'm talking about my ex and how he had one leg. And it was just, it was a little far.
Yeah, are you a fan of comedy? Do you go out to comedy clubs once in a while?
Oh, I love it. Yes, I love it. I started my fashion styling actually with a reality star. Her name is Tiffany Pollard, a.k.a. New York from Flavor of Love. And honestly, just working with her, I learned a lot about that side. And it's really fun to show, another side of you to the public that they might not know. Because a lot of people think I'm very serious, or they might think you can't say that word on radio, but they might think I'm not the nicest person because I'm very quiet. But, I could have a mouth on me, definitely.
Who are some of the comedians you like you frequently like?
Comedians. I love what's her name? She was just working on Dating No Filter. She was one of the commentaries. Her name is. I'm drawing a blank here. You're gonna have to circle back to that one.
Okay, I'll circle back to that one. But that's great to hear as well. I mean, I was going to talk to you about. I was going to ask you about obviously you have your fashion house going on there, and it just takes more than one person to be a part of a fashion house. You have a really solid team. Tell me a little bit about your team. How's it working with the people that you work with, and getting this getting ready and preps ready for this Miami fashion show.
Oh, I mean, you can't do it alone. It's obviously a team effort. You need to have the right people on board with you. That's actually very important. Without the right people, they're not going to get your vision. And without your vision, you have nothing. So I'm very lucky in the sense that I have the people I need around me, like preparing for Miami Fashion Week. But thank God I have my two publicists, Holly and Ruthie. I love them dearly. They help me a lot. So that side of things, it's a lot of scheduling. It's a lot of post-production, kind of getting ready, talking to people, making appointments, getting the connections you need to actually show.
Yeah, shout out to Holly. I mean, I've worked with Holly for the past couple of years,
yes.
And she's been absolutely great to work with me too. On my end of things, so that's great.
Nice. Yeah, she's wonderful. I love her. Very, very good experiences with working with her. So
I mean, one of the big breaks to be a fashion designer is to have somebody kind of wear your outfits to like a big event like the Oscars or the Grammys. Is that, are you hoping? I'm assuming you're hoping that'll
that's actually a dream of mine.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I would love to see one day, let's say Mariah Carey. Oh my Lord, I would faint if I saw her in one of my gowns, or if she called to be fitted for one. That's a goal of mine.
Yeah,
we'll get
It'd
there.
be interesting to see if we had somebody. You'll get there. I know. We're just starting out in terms of getting that done as well. So, with doing New York Fashion Week, I mean, obviously that's got to be a big thing too. I mean, to be able to.
Oh,
there's always certain fashion weeks that are iconic. New York being one, Paris being another.
Absolutely.
Was that a little bit intimidating the first time you did the New York Fashion Week?
Oh my gosh, yes. You should have seen me backstage. I was like running around like I was a crazy man, but it was it was fun, but when the time came, I was like, what did I get myself into? This is, I don't know. You're looking around at other designers thinking, ooh, is this good? Did I create enough? But at the end of the day, you really have to sit back and enjoy what you made, and that's the time to show it to everybody. And it was like one of the best experiences in my life, I'd say.
Yeah,
very stressful,
I've had a couple
but
models. Yeah. I've had a couple models that have been on the show, and people think that their job is easy, and it's not.
Oh wow, no.
The way that they have to, the way that they have to hold themselves, the way that they have to do these long ass shoots, they have to do these runway shows, and it's kind of I think it's an underrated job for a lot of people as well. I mean, how's it been for you to work with some of these models?
Oh, it's been actually a great experience, eye-opening, to say the least. Like you said, they have a very hard job. During New York Fashion Week, my show isn't the only show they have to work on. So after a huge runway show, they have to get ready and get to the next show. They probably have 5 minutes in between. So these girls are worked. The castings are very rigorous. There's a lot more to it than people really think. So I give all models like props because I could never do that. People tugging at them, they have to get a new hairstyle for this, new nails for that. They're very like you said, they don't get enough credit, and I believe they should.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to start wrapping things up here. First of all, I mean, have you been? I'm assuming you've been out here to Vegas at least once, right?
Oh yes, we love Vegas. We love Vegas when it's not taking our money, but
yeah. I mean, yeah, there's a certain kind of fashion.
There.
Yeah, there's always a certain kind of fashion, a fashion to here, and kind of an attitude towards here as well. I mean, it's.
Oh, totally.
So yeah.
Totally. The fashion is totally
fun.
different when it comes to Vegas. I wouldn't say it's necessarily bad. I think it's fabulous with all the skin and all the glitz and like sparkle. Yeah, we love that.
Yeah, exactly as well. I want to talk to you. Well, you guys know you guys can follow. You can follow Peter on Twitter at the one. That's number one and only PC on Twitter, and then I believe was it fashion? What's your Instagram again?
On Instagram, you guys can find me at IMPC Styles.
Okay.
And then
anything else?
Fashion.
Yeah, go ahead.
You could also find my fashion line, House of Peter James, on Instagram, and Facebook. You could search it. We're just starting to get our website up, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else coming up for you?
We got the Miami Fashion Week. Just stay tuned. You might see me on TV again, so just stay tuned for that. I can't say much about it.
Okay, gotcha. And it sounds like it's a really busy season right now as well. If you guys are in the Miami area and have the opportunity to maybe go see the Miami Fashion Week, definitely check out Peter's work on the runway, as it were, as well. It's a pleasure to have had you on the show. Really interesting to be able to talk to you a little bit more about some of the stuff that you do outside of the fashion as well. We'll try to catch up with you hopefully when the line gets down a little bit further.
Awesome. Yes, I'd love to talk to you guys again. It's been a pleasure.
And no problem at all. And best of luck to you. And I look forward to see what comes out the rest of the year.
Oh, thank you so much. All right. It's been great. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks, Peter James.
All right. Have a good one, guys. Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Peter James Curti, everybody. You guys can check them out on Twitter. The number one and only PC on Twitter. And it's just great to be able to talk to him a little bit about how some of his passions as well outside of the fashion wellness mall. And we got a little bit of the Oscar preview and what he's been looking at as well. So take a look. Like I said, he's on E. He's on a couple episodes of Millionaire Matchmaker on Bravo, so you can check them out as well. Maybe we might see him again on there as well. I believe, if I remember correctly, next week is the Oscars. I'll double check on that because I do have a guest already lined up for that. I'm going to double check on that real quick. I want to let you guys know, we're on Spreaker as well. Some things about Spreaker. I found out that some of our episodes have not been uploaded to Spreaker, so I'm doing that slowly. So over the next couple of weeks, just expect that some of the old episodes from this past October, November, December, will be uploaded up to Spreaker as the week progresses. So you'll see some of the backlogs of those months go since we did the changeover in terms of it. So make sure you guys check that out. If you subscribe to us on iTunes, you may get maybe a couple of extra ones. That's just because, like I said, we're trying to, helping out, trying to get everything organized with this move. Right now, Blog Talk's still up and running, so I'll be still broadcasting here any live shows. We did just launched Wombat Sports on there on Spreaker as well, so you guys can now see current episodes of the Wombat Sports podcast. Sensei Sessions probably will be waiting until at least a couple more months until we get that baby up and running again too, and we'll have some big huge changes when it comes to. We'll have some really big changes coming up in the next couple months. Once we get our studio taken care of, we'll be having some guest hosts, and we'll be having some in-house guests more often. So definitely check that out as well. Let's see here. It is on the 24th, which is, I think, 2 weeks from today. It is. It's 2 weeks from today. Okay, so we'll have a show next week. I'll let you guys know what that is, but in 2 weeks, we're going to have a really talented actress on with us. Let me see if I can find that information for you guys. We'll have a show next week. I'll see if I can get it. We'll announce who the guest will be coming up in the next couple of days. We did some catch-up work. We had a really great episode with. We did a pre-taped episode with the promoter of Fight Time, who just had a card yesterday on his network. So you guys can check out our interview, both on Spreaker and Blog Talk Radio. I believe I uploaded the episode on there, so you guys definitely check that out. So internet's running a little bit slow, so I do apologize for that. See if I can find this real quick. Actually have it on my email, so let me look at that real quick. I can tell you who our next guest is going to our guest on Sunday will be. I want to mention also that I was on Kathleen Miner's show this past week. We'll be I'll try to share the link on Twitter at SWIB and somewhere in Vegas on Facebook, so you guys can listen to my interview with Kathleen Miner, who actually we had on our show. I was on her show live on the radio all the way up in Florida. Give me 1 second here. We'll take a look. Jillian Clare we're going to have on in 2 weeks. Her movie, Pretty Broken, is going to be opening on March 1st on Amazon, iTunes, DirecTV, Dish Network. Jillian Clare will be on in 2 weeks here on the show. So definitely check that out as well. Like I said, we'll have a guest coming up this coming week. We'll see what kind of pops up in terms of that as well. And then the following week we'll have Jillian Clare. So we'll be doing shows regularly. I'm sorry about the past couple weeks. Things are just kind of crazy with us officially moving into our new digs within the next couple of months. And we'll have the studio and everything will be revamped and all that as well. So definitely check that out as well. Like I said, you guys can check out Peter James Curti. The number one and only PC on Twitter. Check him out on Dating Unfiltered coming up on E. You guys can check that also on YouTube.